What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Woo. Now, Woo Network have done some pretty impressive things actually since they've been up and running. They've got a solid centralized exchange, they've got a solid DEX, and the network has grown quite nicely. I want to take a look at what this can do in price. You can see from the title, I think this is going to have some gains, and I'll just find my thought process and explaining that too. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you are new to the channel, or you've not been on here for a while and you forgot what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. And in those videos, I showed everyone I was buying these cryptos up because I thought they were going to make some serious profits. You can see what the prices were of all the coins. When I recorded my vids and released them, you can see the highs. These coins hit 18 months on. And you can see what the profit would have been from $100 into each one. So say you did put $100 into each and you sold all these coins 18 months on, and that's what I did. I sold all these coins off. $100 into each, that would be a $2,600 investment. Your profit would have been 123 grand. Now, since selling all of these off, I have been buying up new cryptos. Anytime I see a coin that I think is going to do, make some serious profits, I get onto my site, which is copymycrypto.com, and I let all the members know that I'm buying up crypto. So I will tell them what coin it is, what gains I think the coin can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. When I sell a coin, I do the same thing. I let the members know what coin I'm selling, what percentage I'm selling, and what am I doing with my profits. Am I reinvesting them? Am I just banking them? Now, have a look how you did in the last bull cycle. Did you make gains? Are you happy with the profits that you made? And do the maths, figure it out, and then go on to copymycrypto.com and go have a look and see what the members got in the last bull cycle. And you can see, everything on the site is public record, so you can see all the members showing what they achieved. You can see everything I've said, and you can verify it all because it's all on the history of this YouTube channel, and you can make a decision if this is something that is going to be good for you. So pause the video and go check that out now. Right, let's talk Woo. So Woo hit heights of $2.48 in the last bull cycle, and when we actually take a look at this sort of chart, obviously it's only been through the one bull cycle, but it's done pretty damn well. Now, it's a centralized exchange token, granted 3RS Capital are one of its investors. Obviously they've dissolved, but otherwise kind of fine. Nothing particularly that I think is worth worrying about in terms of just their investors. Most of the supply is out, and as of right now, look, this is a centralized exchange token combined with DEX. So they have what we call a deep liquidity network. So this connects traders, exchanges, institutions, and DeFi platforms with the best-in-class liquidity and trading execution at lower or zero cost. And Woo token is what's used in both the centralized exchange products and the DeFi products. And that gives you, benefits for fee discounts as well. Kind of your typical exchange token. Presently a diverse set of products and services, interfacing with retail, institutions, centralized finance and decentralized finance have been built. WooX is a zero-fee trading platform, providing professional and institutional traders with the best-in-class liquidity and execution. And it also features fully customizable modules for workspace customization. They also have WooFi, which is a decentralized exchange that's deployed across a bunch of different DeFi protocols and apps, and this is to provide users with enhanced on-chain liquidity and execution. This is currently on BNB chain, Avalanche, Ethereum, but they have staking and yield generating pools specifically on BNB and Avalanche. And look, as we can see, Woo have actually been doing pretty damn well. Like the centralized exchange, not bad volume. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is not anywhere close to like any of the coins knocking around the sort of top 10 right now. But they have a good 24-hour volume, not amazing, but good on the centralized exchange. They have 90 spot markets, they have 102 futures markets. When you check out WooFi, which is their DEX, you can see, you know, you've got BNB chain, but you can swap. If you did say you didn't want BNB chain, you know, you can play around. Maybe it's Ethereum. You want to go from BNB to Ethereum, you can do that. If you wanted to swap to, say, Phantom, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Avalanche, they have plenty of different chains that you can swap between. And again, this allows for maximum efficiency. This allows for what they define as smart liquidity. They also have Stake 2.0, which is the Woo network stake. So you hover your mouse over, you can see a breakdown of your total Woo staked, and then from there you can decide how you want to stake it. And then, yeah. So let's say you wanted to stake, I don't know, 1,000 Woo. Woo's what, 22 cents, something like that? Yeah, so it's about $220. And say you wanted to compound it. Oh, at least 1,800 Woo to unlock challenges. Oh, there you go. So let's say it's 2,000. So that would be $440. Now, average staking APR is 4.69%. The multiplier points APR is 50%, which is not bad again. And then you can compound these gains, and you can get your reward in dollars, in stable coins, USDC reward. That's not bad. Again, gives you a nice way of profiting, and you can just reinvest that money. And that's their staking. Then they've got their DeFi yield finder. And you can see there's about 12.5 mil locked in, so not tons. You can earn Arbitrum, you can earn Matic, you can earn USDT, you can earn Ethereum. And you can see and organize and structure it based on APR. Say you want, to build up your Optimism holdings, you can do 13% yield. That is not bad. If you want to do USDC on Optimism, you can get 9.5%. Not tons of value locked in right now, but be very easy to do. And again, you can switch between all the relevant chains here. It's a very nice little system that they've got in place. Their dashboard as well breaks down everything on Woo right now. So this is WooFi, remember. So granted, Woo is doing about 100 mil in volume in the last 24 hours. WooFi is still doing 54 mil, but key thing, across 30 days. So they're not having tons of trades, they're not having tons of usage right now, but I do expect that to change. Because the big benefit here, so let's go 1 day. It's a 1.5 mil, so it's a lot weaker. Now, what's worth noting here is, look, in the past couple of years, we have seen a real mess in terms of centralized exchanges, or yield earning accounts, whether you want to talk about Celsius or a Voyager, an FTX. We've seen a lot of centralized exchange issues. As a result, there are going to be more people that use DeFi. What's also going to attract people to Woo is the fact that they have both a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. So you naturally, just psychologically, people are going to think they're better. They're going to think they're more secure. Maybe that's the case, maybe not. But it definitely will attract and appeal to some people. And again, you can see that that's interesting. So the 24-hour trading volume is 19.8 mil. They're just showing, so this is the trading volume based on each relevant DEX. Sorry, each relevant chain over the last 24 hours. But the reason that I think this is going to have gains is, look, if we just look at the top, if we look at the centralized exchange token category, we can see that there have been a lot of these coins that have continued hitting new highs. So as an example, KuCoins went through 2 bull cycles. It went and it did break its previous high. We also saw a lot of these coins launch in the past bull cycle, but look how many exchange tokens are actually in the top 100. You've got BNB, UNOS, OKB, Kronos, KuCoin, Huobi, Gate, Wu is 91st. And then you've got MX token at 109. Now, again, we're going to see a lot of these with multi-billion market caps. And granted, we already have, BNB that has that. UNOS, Leo has that. OKB has that. Kronos sort of has that. Centralized exchange tokens are still always going to do well, because until they would all have to die a death for them not to do well. Because what ends up happening when new people arrive in the market, when retail money arrives in the market, is they go to exchanges. And the reason that they go to exchanges is it's simpler. There's a lot lower barrier to entry for crypto when you're dealing with a centralized exchange. So it's easier. And then, what's the thing they see the most of is the token attached to the exchange. So whether that's KuCoin or BNB or whatever. So Wu itself is going to get increased exposure in the next bull cycle to a lot of new people. It's of course going to end up having a run. I would not be shocked to see Wu, try and tackle previous high. Now, previous high, I believe, was $2.48, even though it doesn't show it on the chart. $2.48, yeah. So I'd be looking at this certainly trying to test $2. That'd still put it on market cap of about $3.4 billion, which is high. But with the trading volume that they're doing right now in a bear cycle, and their DeFi, their DEX is still doing decent, it's doing okay volume, 19 mil in 24 hours, that's not bad. It's not bad. So, I think this is an inevitable one that's going to retest, or try and retest some highs. $2 seems reasonable. And again, they're doing some nice things. They've got some growth. They've widened outside of an centralized exchange. I think that can only benefit them in the long run. $2 seems quite achievable. And that's the thing. Centralized exchange token, while I'm not an advocate for leaving funds on an exchange, centralized exchange tokens themselves, we tend to see them do quite well. And it's often hit new high. We've seen a few of them often hit new highs. We've seen a lot of new ones launch. So it's going to be an interesting one, because there's a lot of these coins that are going to experience their second bull cycle next year. So I would not be shocked to see them all break new highs. I'm being conservative, just saying $2 at the moment, but once it breaks above $2.48, it's in price discovery mode. It could run to $3, it could run to $4. So it's not one to sleep on. We could do something. But let me know what you guys think. Are you actually interested in getting into centralized exchange tokens? Do they feel a bit safer, or do they feel even more risky? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, guys. And if you want to take the work out of your crypto investing, go read copymycrypto.com. That's where I dive into the markets all the time. When I find a coin I like, I go on to copymycrypto.com and I tell my members the coin that I'm getting, why I'm getting it, the gains I think it can have, the percentage of my money I'm putting in. When I sell a coin, I do the same thing. I tell them what coin I'm selling, what percentage I'm selling, and they can copy along. There is literally no work required. We started with a couple of hundred members. We're over 3,000 now, and the reason that we are over 3,000, we had coins that did big wins in the last bull cycle. We had coins that 100x. Don't forget, Phantom did a 700x gain. And what I recommend is go over your profits from the last bull cycle, compare against the members at copymycrypto.com, and see if this is something that you can benefit from. And don't forget, there is no work involved. That's the big, big plus. It takes a lot of time out to actually get into the crypto market. So all that time is saved. So go check that out, guys, if you haven't before. And I'll see you all soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.